So, what I wanted to talk about was the danger of Obama starting World War in the South China Sea. And what's happened is that he moved a USS destroyer, Decatur, the Decatur, into into Chinese waters in the South China Sea. And this is, China is very upset of this. It's a guided missile destroyer, and it's their waters, and the U.S. doesn't have any territorial rights there. There's no, you know, this is us encroaching on them, and they see it which is what they see it as, and rightly so. So the U.S. is definitely pushing the Asian countries away. They're not we're not going to bully them into going along with our policy. There's just been so many abuses over such a long period of time, and the potential for gains from alliances elsewhere now far outweigh any maintain any efforts to maintain the alliance of the U.S. based on just security, based on the weapons the United States provides, or other things the U.S. is trying to provide. The Philippines, Duarte, the president, has been out front saying that he's going to go to work with China and work with Russia potentially, and this is a natural effect of the U.S. running a policy of destabilization for Asia, pushing up South Korea against North Korea, and instigating further conflict in the region, as well as our entire Middle East policy, blowing up Iraq, Afghanistan under Obama, blowing up Libya, continuing the crisis in Syria, and this is something. So, and Russia has come out saying that that there has to be a complete victory in Syria, that we're going to have to kick out the ISIS, and it's going to involve the government of Syria. It's going to involve Assad, and that's not a bad thing. He's a non-secular government, and people, the media may be may want to blast him and not and defame him, but this is it's non-secular. It's a and is elected, so it's something that the U.S. may not like, or certain people in the U.S. may not like him, but it's clear that he's not. I mean, he's not ISIS. You're trying to turn him over to turn him over in favor of ISIS, and it just doesn't seem. It's just not feasible, and it's not good. So that's it. There are the China and Russia are moving for a new development policy. The new Silk Road, which LaRouche has talked about, is on the rise in China, in Europe potentially, with new development corridors, beginning with high-speed rail, right? And it's the rest of the world is moving away from the United States. In the media, it's not covered so much, or it's covered in the context of these other countries object to the U.S., but they're terrible. They have plenty of they had plenty of coverage of the continuing opening of Guantanamo Bay. How Obama has failed to close it and has kept it open. Is considering moving the occupants, but he hasn't shut it down. And this is the media loves to say, okay, well, this is terrible. This is what is Putin doing? Doesn't he have evil guys that he locks away in the whatever it is, and but that's just not the way the rest of the world works. The U.S. has had the resources to do these things, and has had the policy. Most of the Putin and China and India and these other nations, they don't they have it as a protection of their state, but they don't do this in the same way the U.S. is has become to do this, has come about to start to do this. So yeah, we're that's the issue, and we need to address it. We need to join Russia and China and join the New Silk Road and start working towards our mutual cooperation, mutual development. Because if we continue to instigate things in the South China Sea or with Ukraine or wherever, or the Middle East, it's just not going to solve anything. It's going to lead to more problems. So, yeah, that's my thoughts for the day. Peace.